Hello and welcome to another moment of some kind of thought and reflection on this Easter season. We just celebrated the Divine Mercy, and that weekend the readings always has it's the gospel where Thomas doesn't believe that the other apostles had seen the risen Lord. I always feel sorry for Thomas because it's like the only thing we remember him for in the Gospels is refusing to believe until he can personally, physically have that evidence of the risen Lord himself. But thank goodness Jesus knew that he needed that, because to be an eyewitness of Christ and then to be able to spread the message of the resurrection really required Thomas, as well as the other apostles, to physically know that the resurrection was true. It would be their job then to do something that sounds almost impossible, which is to convince other people that the resurrection was true simply by their own testimony. One of the things that is part of the history of the church is that according to legend, St. Thomas ended up in India and preached the gospel there. And information about this was pretty sketchy. And when the Europeans started traveling by boat around the world and discovered India, they discovered Christians there. They didn't expect that. So when they found out that these Christians were all Christians who had been founded by St. Thomas the Apostle, they realized that imagine how powerful Thomas's witness must have been, that he could create a whole church and then not have a relationship with the Church of Rome for hundreds of years. And now all of a sudden, the church in India is part of the Church of Rome, and all because of the witness of one man. He was willing to be martyred for that witness. This is part of what makes the testimony true, and also just the conduct of his life. So there's something that we all can learn from this, is that the apostles didn't just walk around saying, hey, I saw somebody die and come back to life. They had to live that message in such a way that made it credible, and not just, I'm an eyewitness to this. It also had to be, I'm not only an eyewitness to it, but it has changed me, and it can change you too. That's still necessary today. You and I can't just say, I'm a Christian because I believe this stuff happened 2,000 years ago. We have to live it in a certain way so that other people find it credible. Part of what makes the church not credible to people these days is how Christians live, how priests behave, how all of the things that people ever complain about the church. And that's where we need conversion. That's where perhaps even this whole COVID thing can make us better people and make the church a more credible witness to the resurrection of Christ. So as we look forward to the day when we can all gather together again in the church, may God bless you and keep you.